Yeah, here we go. Yes, sir!
Come down, select.
Oh, no!
That's
Oh, dang, we already got Facebook up there trying to slip.
too loud.
Dang, yeah, dang.
Turn it down.
Zuckerberg, like, y'all niggas got shut up.
You know? Always something.
Mike Zuckerberg. No, what's his name? Yeah, Mark.
Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah, Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah.
Yeah, he go. Oh, Zuckerberg. Oh, you got some jokes.
Man.
Got something for you. Hit the button. Make sure you don't get the light.
You know?
Anyway, well, this is your boy Howard from Triad Hip Hop Podcast. Well, welcome to Triad Hip Hop Podcast. It's your boy Howard, my man.
Hurt. What's up, y'all?
And yeah, man, another exciting week. It's been crazy. Dang, here we go. Oh, dang, I forgot to turn on them notifications. It'll be all right. It'll be all right. Part of the show.
Yeah, it'll be all right.
Yeah,
it'll be all
right.
So this is what, episode 196?
196?
Yeah, man.
4-way.
Yeah, man. We
the big booty midget strippers and big booty midget strippers and Playman. We're gonna try to find, man. If y'all know of anybody, some big booty, well, I can't say midgets. I forgot midgets.
Little people.
Little people. Just let
booties.
us know, because I would like to have like little, help them up here, just doing their thing.
Yeah, man.
Little people.
So how was your week this week?
Man, it was actually, it's kind of funny you said that, because before the end of last week, like I told you, a good friend of mine, well, not that he was but I knew him. He passed away. He got shot down in Raleigh.
Okay. What was his name?
Cody Mclagan.
Okay.
And actually, right now, I'm gonna try to find the link so that so people can support the family. They're trying to get stuff to help them with the family expenses. But as far as like burying them, they raised quite a bit of money right now. But just a little few bucks and stuff.
Right.
Whatever you can do can help them. But yeah, man, it's just unfortunate. He ain't had nothing to do with. I mean, this dude, good kid, man. Like, he was a good. I mean, he was a man now, but I mean, he got gunned down. He was 22, but he was going to. I guess he was going to a store. Mm-hmm. They was robbing it. They shot him.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
so he just got caught in the bad
he
place
got caught.
Bad time.
Yeah, man.
Crazy.
I mean, it's just when I was a barber, I cut. Matter of fact, I got a picture of him. I cut his hair. He was like one of my first haircuts. Him,
oh wow! Okay.
And his pops. So, yeah, man. It's just devastating, man.
It
really is. It's like, cause it's, what I'm saying. It'd be one thing if he, he had a gun, he started shooting back.
Right.
I mean, it'd still kind of be injustice, because maybe he was defending himself, or even if he was like in the, it'd be one thing. But I know that kid, man. He was really, kind of quiet, cool, reserved. He didn't really,
I feel you, man. That's rough, man.
Yeah.
Sorry to hear about that, man.
Yeah, so just pray for the family, man.
Yeah, cherish those memories too, man.
Real. Well, how was your week, man? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
No, you good, man. I mean, my week was okay. It was just another week, nothing special. But I do have some news, because I know some of y'all who watch us saw that we I held up the little dog that we just got, the new edition, but it don't look like we're gonna be able to keep it. It's just too much ruckus around the house. We got the other dog, and she is very territorial. So every time he come around, she's just like barking at him, biting at him, and it's gotten to the point where at first she would bark at him or bite at him if he came up to her and tried to play with him. Now he can be across the room minding his business. She just like, hey, what you doing over there? You know what I mean? It's like,
dang,
he ain't messing with you. He over there playing. So she's so spoiled and territorial. She want everything to herself.
And then the little man trying to get the pumps in
right.
her.
Trying to get the puppy pumps.
You know what I'm saying? Call me Puppy Johnson.
The Scrappy Doo pumps.
Yeah,
Let me out.
Puppy.
The Puppy Johnson pumps.
Yeah, dude, Puppy Power.
Yeah, man. So he didn't try to hump over us, man. So he young and just got a whole bunch of energy.
Yeah, he ready.
So yeah, we're gonna find him another home. Unfortunately, so we tried. But anyway, other than that, it's been a good week. Nothing special. Just another work week. Punching that clock, and Zuckerberg done shut us down.
Zucker. Yeah, old Zuck.
Come on, man. Zucky.
Man, come on, man.
He don't like the fact that
let's see what we can do right here.
Hold on, y'all. We just trying to.
Yeah, just get us
number 3.
Yeah, number 3 right and everything. We'll just go back. Dang, man, I tell you what, they don't want black people to shine, boy.
You don't want me to shine.
Yeah. Cannabis, you don't want me to shine. It's a bitch move, something the homo rapper can do. When you going platinum, you only drop it clue.
Oh man, so yeah,
cannabis, that dude, man.
Yeah, I gotta shout him out again when we talk about music, but
yeah, I told you that back in the when 102 was like a listening station.
Yeah,
I actually got the chance to talk to him. I'm just gonna put
okay.
196, and we'll see what we'll do right here. There we go. We back to live.
All right.
Oh, all right now. I ain't gonna call you no more names. Just look now. We do mess with you, dang now. We ain't got about 2 or 3 folks to look at us for real. And then you gonna be like, we gotta shut the shit down. Y'all niggas play too much out there clowning and shit, goddamn.
Yes, sir.
Fat looking Eminem ass motherfuckers talking about me Zuckerberg and shit.
Man. I could just Thanos show.
I got Thanos show y'all niggas real quick, son.
So yeah, man. But yeah, again, my week was cool. Just wanna Zucky, man. Zucky's just like what I tell you.
Yeah.
But anyway, we'll let him ride, man.
Yeah, let him ride.
But yeah, so rest in peace, to your friend Cody. And also we want to announce there was a rapper who passed away last week. Well, a few days ago, about 6 days ago, from the group Demigods, a dude named Blackistan. So they Apathy was down with him. That's one of my favorites. Also, my man Esoteric from Starface, he was down with them.
Yeah, I seen that he did like a lot of collab.
Yeah. So but Blackistan passed away. They haven't released the cause of death or anything as far as I could find, but hate to see that. I think they were out of Connecticut.
Yeah. I mean, but yeah, their style was incredible. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And actually, I've heard of them like when I was younger, because I don't know if it was Blaxican, but I heard the Ron talk about something about. It was weird. It was a long time ago, but it went hard. So I said, let me show you about the old school. I pull out my Fearless 4. I was like,
those dudes are straight lyrical. I've heard. I think I've heard 1 or 2 like group joints, but I think mostly I've heard a lot of solo stuff like from Apathy and I know the Esoteric stuff and stuff like that. But yeah, so anyway, let's go ahead and give them a moment of silence just to pay our respects to both of them. All right. Thank y'all for doing that with us. We appreciate you. All right. So let's also I want to send some positive thoughts. Another young rapper was shot young rapper named Snooty Wow. He's out of Memphis, but he was down in Houston and he got shot in Houston. From what I understand, he got shot in the neck and the torso. And so he's kind of in the hospital fighting for his life. And I believe this just happened yesterday, I believe.
Yeah.
So definitely want to send thoughts and prayers to him. He's still here. You know, he's just fighting for his life. So hate to see it, man. But I think it was another just shooting incident, you know, a drive-by type of deal, or, you know, just being in the wrong place at the wrong time, man. I don't know. But they haven't really released much about him either as far as cause of death. But I feel like it was probably something like that. You know what I mean? Just wrong place, wrong time. So anyway, our thoughts and prayers go to him. Hopefully he makes a full recovery. All right, let's go ahead and jump into the question of the day. So you came up with a good question of the day. What was that?
And the question of the day is, what if Kanye went to Rockers Records instead of Rockefeller Records?
Yes, that's a good one, man. What if Kanye went to Raucous Records instead of Rockefeller? I think he would have. One thing I know is he would have took Raucous to a whole nother level if they let him be him. You know what I mean? If Kanye is one of those people, even though he's a little weird, you gotta let him be him to really get that genius music out of him.
Mm.
So I do think he would have took Raucous to another level, but it's hard to say. You know what I mean? Raucous is more of an independent label, and they've had some people on there. I mean, I think they had Coogee Rap on there one time.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's still on there, but I know he was at one time.
Yeah, that label, I remember that label. I mean, that was like, as far as like the, I guess what you would say, the underground, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that was that and Definite Jux.
Yeah,
Definite Jux was another one that was kind of big, you know, in the underground scene. As far as, you know, you had the ASAP Rock,
right.
you know, Merge, Mr. Lift. You had those cats, but yeah, man. One thing I appreciate, you know, and I'll talk about that a little later, like in the doc. One thing, you know, looking back at it now, I said, dang, I seen what Kanye was doing. He was really like that one track he did with Freeway and Most Def. He was trying to get both of those camps. Like, look, y'all both rappers. Let's just get the camps together and do the dance.
Yeah, that's why I say you got to let Kanye be.
And I appreciate that now, because that was kind of big, you know what I'm saying? Because really, the industry kind of split hip hop apart with the whole, you know, the underground, and like I think I forgot if it was Merge, I'm trying to think of that, the Hip Hop DX.
Yeah.
Merge was over, and they were saying that basically De La Soul stakes is high, and Nas's It Was Written album started the mark of like underground and commercial hip hop.
Okay.
Nas's It Was Written was commercial. Think about that for a moment.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't fully commercial, but it did have, I think it was kind of 50-50 in my opinion. But
that one was commercial. The De La Soul joint was viewed as underground, which the stakes are high. It's not, which I haven't really heard of. I do need to go back and listen to De La Soul Is Dead, because that's like their, you know, the album that got 5 mics. And I'm not going to tell you. You just have to, one day, I'm just gonna wear something, then you're gonna be like, ah. So you just have to do that. So I say that, you know what I'm saying? Like, they split it off, the whole underground, because pretty much up until '96, like hip hop was. I mean, you had people that was, you know, doing their thing, like, and like I said in the Chicago doc, they had a little underground circuit, but for the most part, hip hop was like this. You know, because everybody was trying to get into the door. Everybody was trying to rap. It wasn't just, it wasn't just, you know. But I mean, I kind of went too far. But I mean, but basically, I appreciate what he did. Trying to get that back together. But
we're gonna come back and talk about that.
We'll talk about it.
That's one of our topics today, to talk about Kanye's documentary. So, you know, Stay tuned. So yeah. And what y'all think about the question of the day? What if Kanye went to Rawkus Records instead of Rockefeller Records? How would things be with him? In hip hop overall. 'Cause, I mean, I think that he brought a lot to hip hop. You know what I mean? So he bought a lot. So yeah. So let us know in the comments, and don't forget, hit all the buttons: like, share, subscribe, like, share, subscribe, like, share, subscribe. Yes, sir. All right. So I'm gonna jump into some birthdays real quick. Got a few of them here. A couple days ago, on the 24th, we had my man Earl Sweatshirt.
All right,
Happy birthday to him. And on the same day, O'Shea Jackson Jr., Ice Cube's son.
All right.
And he spit that dude out, man. That dude is just Ice Cube relived.
No, why I talk so snatch,
But yeah, and today on the 26th, happy birthday and rest in peace goes to Big Cap, DJ out of New York. And then we had a leap year baby this year. Ja Rule is the 29th.
It's Berta. Oh, that explains a lot.
Right.
So that nigga legally is like 5.
Right. But yeah, man, Ja Rule, happy birthday coming up. Coming up in March on the 2nd, we got my man Method Man, METHOD, man. Also on the same day, my man LP, you know what I mean?
Stepfather Factory.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And LP be getting slept on, man, but he's dope,
LP
man.
nice.
Yeah, man. So Run the Jewels, man, that's a dope combination.
LP a nice white boy right there.
Yeah. So coming up on March 3rd, we got my man Tone Loc, Funky Cole Medina.
See, baby, at your mom. You know what I'm saying? I can't do a Tone Loc.
Right.
He had the coolest voice, man.
Yeah, he did, man. Real deep, real subtle.
Yeah.
On the same day, on March 3rd, also Lil Flip. So he's doing this thing. I think he out of Houston, I believe. Coming up on the 4th, my man Grand Poobah. Yes, sir, the brand Nubian founding member. And then on the same day, March 4th, happy birthday goes to Milkbone, one of those early white rappers that we'll never forget. I wish he would have stayed around a little longer, man.
Nah, he had a little, but what he was with the Flavor Unit, wasn't he?
Not that I know.
You sure?
Unless he went to them later on.
Because I think he bigged up like Tifa and Tretch, because the whole Illtown joint.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
he might have been. Maybe
I think he was part of your Flavor. I'm thinking.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'll have to check.
But I think he gave them, because like I think in that Keep It Real songs, like this town now, the Illtown, like what I'm saying. So yeah, Milkbone man was he was pretty dope. I mean, I think he was. I mean, he wasn't no Eminem, but he wasn't bad though.
Yeah. Well, yep. So happy birthday to all of them. Let's give everybody some claps if you don't mind.
Clap.
All right. So let's jump into some music. You know what I mean? Got a few tracks and albums I want to talk about. My man Conway the Machine just dropped a new song called John Woo Flick. I like that name, John Woo is very famous for movies. He has a new album out. I don't know if it's out yet, but it's called God Don't Make No Mistakes. Okay. So that's dope. But the joint, the John Woo Flick, it goes hard. He got a video out for it and everything. So please check that out. I wanted to bring up Cannabis again because I said last week he had a song called Meta Burger, and I forgot to tell y'all it has a feature from my man K Solo in there.
Oh.
And Solo goes hard, so I'm gonna have to share that with y'all.
That's like having next.
Yeah, man.
History about that.
Right. Exactly. So yeah, and then my man Ice Cube, the legend, he just dropped a new song called "Dominate the Week." So yeah, man, he back on his shit. So I'm glad to hear from Ice Cube, and he sound like the old Ice Cube.
Yeah, he probably had that, with that pandemic and all that shit. And he started writing that down. The plan for Black America, which, by the way, Biden, I know we had wars. Well, not war. We're gearing towards war.
Yeah.
We ain't at. But you ain't get back one, man. Y'all in the house.
Right.
In the house
been in there a year now.
It's been a year now.
Can't say nothing now. So that's why people.
Somebody's a nigga.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I say all of these politicians, man, they all about the same. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
I mean, I'm glad to see that Biden is trying to do a few things here and there, like the new Supreme Court justice, the black lady he just appointed.
That's what I'm talking about. Though. See, my thing on that symbolism.
Right.
We always like, oh, the first black man. Fuck that shit. This is the thing. I'm gonna say it like this, because remember, we still in Black History Month. White people made the world, all right. All right. If it wasn't for us, I wouldn't be here. I'm gonna say it like the 5% say it. The black man is God.
The originator. All
right.
I mean,
all right.
Like that. We are the originals.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and I don't mean that like as far as like we're the no, but what I'm saying as far as like humanity, right? If it wasn't for us, it would be so fuck it, man. I'm tired of this whole and then on top of that, and don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to shit on the woman. It's just that the thing of it is just like they use the symbolism, and then like in actuality, the woman is actually geared towards their agenda, not particularly our agenda. Yeah. It'd be one thing we had someone in there looking out for us, and I'm not saying that she's not doing that because I don't know her, but most of the time that's how it goes. And then they don't, and then most of the time the people that they have in there, they look like us, but they aren't us because they actually from overseas and things like that. And I don't want to get into that, but which is fucked up because really, they really should be looking to help us because they don't give a fuck about, I'm from Africa, I'm from the Caribbean, I'm not with these African Americans. No, you still niggas in today. Which I'm gonna say this too. They trying to make North Africans white now. I don't know if you heard allegedly. I don't know if you heard about that. But they trying to make them white, which is like I don't know. So what did that tell you?
Right. Yeah, because I mean, just like within the past few years, I remember they did that bust of Cleopatra and they showed it on the news, and that thing was just as white as it wanted to be.
Like, hell no!
I was like, come on, man, stop. Yeah, I mean, this was like probably 2018 or something like that. And it was just like, y'all still trying to do this? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like, with the pyramids too, like they come up here and they be like, yeah, man, so aliens made the pyramids. Nah, y'all just mad because y'all was still in them goddamn caves making little horse pictures and shit. And we was over here building civilization.
Yeah.
Fuck y'all.
Well, yeah. Now you're going too far.
It's like, goddamn.
Well, see, shut us down again. Those 2 fees. Yeah. But yeah, so it is what it is. It's one of those things. But yeah, back to the music. That Dominate the Week by Ice Cube is dope. Y'all need to check that out.
Yeah.
My man King Crooked came out with a new joint called Vacancy. It features Joel Ortiz.
All right.
Yeah. And that one is dope.
So it's two halves of
Slaughterhouse, yeah.
Joe Budden, get in there, get your verse.
Yeah, man.
Spit better than
They rap about Slaughterhouse in that song. I think Joel was talking about it, how he was like, man, we was one of the dopest groups, and here's what we did, and what we could have done is this,
Yeah, get Joe Budden in there, man, so he can spit about and say I'm better than Kumo D.
Right, and get himself in some more trouble.
Man,
he always got to say,
can't believe niggas let that slide. I'm a Southern dude, and I'm like, y'all, come on.
Right.
I mean, Kumo D ain't like, top tier, but man.
But Kumo D was like one of the early lyrical geniuses. Beast mode. So
new rap language.
Even in 2022, I would still say Kumo D is better
than
than
facts.
So, yeah.
Facts. But, it was on top of everything too. Right. Facts.
So it is what it is. But my man KRS-One got a new album out.
Okay.
Called IMAMCRU12.
Oh.
Yeah, he spelled it out in just letters and numbers.
Oh.
Yeah, man.
Where the bomb? Where the bomb? Where the bomb?
Yeah, man.
The bomb is that shit.
Yeah, it's so hard too. You know what I mean? I've heard a few tracks, so please go check that out. Support that underground real hip hop. You know what I mean? And all hip hop don't have to be underground, but
facts.
But KRS just does it for the love of doing hip hop. You know what I mean? So anyway, Bow Wow. Got to talk about him. He's talking about his final album, and he said that he would like for his final album to be on Death Row. Now that Snoop got control, so I think that would be kind of dope. You know what I mean? If he really gonna put together something good, and Snoop needs to, build a roster on there. So I can see that being a good thing if you get the right production. Get some Jermaine Dupri on there. He's still pretty good with beats. Get some Timberland, maybe some Swiss beats, some good Pharrell or something, any good production out there. I think somebody don't want us to live today.
Yeah, my bad. You know what?
Yeah, it'll be all right. It'll be all right.
I'm sorry.
It ain't that loud, so
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's it for the new music. But what y'all think about that? Bow Wow being on Death Row for his final album.
Well, I mean, Bow Wow. I mean, let's get real with it. Bow Wow really is death. Death Row material, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not knocking him or anything like that. I know Snoop is his uncle and all that. I mean, and on top of that too, Bow Wow can rhyme. He got raps, but I mean, realistically though, could he? I mean, I know that you can't go back to those days of, the glory days of Snoop, Dre, Pop. And by the way, that's another thing too. Snoop didn't get the Dre or Pop catalog. I think the company.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, they still own that.
Right.
Which that's unfortunate. But I you know what I'm saying, I don't even know if Dre. Oh, that's man Hatcher in there. What up, my man?
Jerm Hatcher. Yeah,
Jerm Hatcher.
We gotta get you back on the show.
Yeah, we definitely do, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the whole Death Row, him not getting that catalog, I mean, cause that's kind of like the gym, but you know what I'm saying? But I would like to, but I mean, what he did get, I don't think it'd be too bad. And then on top of that, him trying to do the NFT stuff,
right?
I think he's going to be all right. And then with Snoop, he knows music and stuff as far as like putting things together. So I think it's gonna be all right. I don't think it ain't gonna be no whack shit. And even with Bow Wow, even though we having a conversation about it, I don't think it'll be whack.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But it's just
that's why I was curious, what y'all thought, because I'm like, Bow Wow ain't your typical Death Row artist, but he's grown a lot, and I think his lyrics have gotten better. It's just that he hasn't been consistently putting out music.
Yeah.
So that's my only issue. It's like, if you want to stay fresh in this generation needs you to always be out there. We can't just hear about you on growing up hip hop or whatever you call that, the shows he be on.
Which is weird, man. I mean, I don't understand how Kendrick is still doing, because like, I think about Kendrick, he ain't really pumped out. I mean, he's done some things, but as far as like music, he ain't really pumped out.
I think his last album was 2018 or
17.
No. Was it? Okay,
yeah.
You might be right. I thought 2018. But either way, he's done a few features to kind of keep himself relevant, so that's kind of helped him. And because his style is so dope, people can't help but always have him in conversation. So I think that helps him a lot. But so yeah, that that's what's going on in music. So let's go ahead and we'll jump into some topics.
Yeah, facts.
So I did a Lost in Thought yesterday. This morning. Just dropped it. About T.I., and now he's doing stand-up comedy. So, kind of want to talk about that. I've heard a couple of clips, Now, I'm going to go ahead and make my stance on this pretty clear. I have no problem with a rapper doing comedy. If you're good at it, you're good at it. You know what I mean? Just go ahead and, start from the bottom and work your way through the circuits and all of that. But T.I. specifically, I'm not really feeling it. I've heard a couple of clips, and I'm just like, I can see what some of it is kind of, chuckling, but for the most part, when the audience was laughing and clapping, it was more so just like we feel obligated because it's T.I. You know what I mean? So it's kind of weird. You know what I mean? Is that the dog?
Yeah, I'm trying to hear because I think it's probably the young one. I don't think
it's probably the older one.
She ain't moving like that.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I hope she didn't let him out the room because I told her to keep him in the room.
Yeah.
Well, let me know if you see him. I'll grab him.
Yeah.
All right. So, but yeah. So T.I. doing comedy. I mean, I'm happy that he's trying to start something. Get himself into something. But to me, he just ain't that good. You know what I mean? Have you heard any of it?
I heard the bit. I did watch. Got a chance to watch the Lost and Thought that you dropped. I just watched. I mean, some of the stuff he said. The end clip was like chuckle worthy.
Yeah,
but I haven't really got a chance to really see him work. My thing on it, because him and Godfrey, they kind of got into it. I won't call it beef. Yeah. They just kind of had an understanding. But Godfrey to me, I think Godfrey had a point. It's like, look, I'm the headliner. When everything is done, you don't jump, and it's closed. But he was like, well, okay, well, it's T.I., just let him go up. This is his city. You know what I'm saying? This is where, I'm not going to say not do it. But when it came to like, are you going to watch him? No, I'm not going to watch him. I'm done with my set. I'm about to get,
I'm done.
I'm done. I was the headline. People paid this, you know what I'm saying? I get where he was coming from, but then at the same time, I think T.I. wanted him to watch it just to give maybe pointers and stuff like that. But that's the thing, though. Like, but if T.I. was like nobody, and he did the same thing, you know what I'm saying? They wouldn't. It wouldn't be like, oh, you didn't give that dude a chance. No, you get the lump.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So at the same time, like I do get both sides. I get both sides. It's just that you can't. You know what I'm saying? You kind of have to pay your dues and stuff. And it's just like, why now? Why start comedy now? You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that he can't. Oh, you shouldn't do it or anything like that. That's not what I'm saying. But what's the motivation here?
Yeah, because I mean, that's what I was thinking. I was like, he's never tried to come off as a funny person in the past. I'm like, what? Because normally over the years, if you follow a person, you can kind of tell, like, yeah, he should be doing comedy. He's hilarious. Even though he's a rapper, he's hilarious. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, like Redman.
I can even see Redman.
Yeah, Redman. Yes.
Snoop is funny as hell. You know what I mean? And he's naturally funny. But he ain't trying to be a comedian. But
no.
Funny.
And I think, and that's the thing, I think, people know they play and they roll like, okay, yeah, I might tell a few jokes and stuff. Even like on here, I think I'm funny. I do my shit, try to test it out, but I know I'm not like, oh yeah, I'm going to go over here, go to the comedy club and rock it. Like, no, I'm not, I ain't, you know what I'm saying? I know I ain't going to do all that, but you know what I'm saying? But I just, it is what it is.
And I mean, I don't think, like I said, I'm not hating on T.I. I support whatever he do because I want to support anybody in trying to do something different. I'm just saying, so far I haven't really heard anything I'm impressed with. So, I don't know. I feel like there's a whole lot of pandering going on when it comes to people liking his comedy. So
yeah, I mean that's the thing is like, if he wasn't T.I., would y'all be laughing?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So it's a few clips out there about 8 to 10 minutes long, and I only took like a minute or two off of it just to, show the relevance of what I was talking about. But, like I said, and I made a point in my video to say, it's been done the other way around. Cat Williams, the stand-up comedian, has done hip hop. You know what I mean? And he was pretty good at it. You know what I mean? So I applaud that. And not that if he was bad, then I would say the same thing. You don't need to do no more hip hop, bro. That ain't for you.
Well, and then another thing was like, Will Smith, he was doing, I have to give him props.
Yeah.
What he was doing, I forgot what he was doing, like all the stuff that he was trying to do before he died and all that stuff off his bucket list. He actually got, he never did stand up and actually got to talk to Chappelle.
Yeah.
They worked with him and then they brought him out to do a set. He wasn't too bad. He wasn't too bad. Yeah. I mean, I don't think I would be like, oh, I'll go see Will Smith tell some jokes. You know what I'm saying? But but Will's an actor, so I think sometimes in that lane you can kind of, you can kind of care, but it's still different. Yeah. It's still different.
He's pretty funny actually. A lot of his interviews, he always does throw jokes in there.
Yeah.
But I don't think he would be the best stand-up comedian.
Oh no.
He's a funny guy in general.
Yeah.
So anyway, but yeah, y'all let us know what y'all think in the comments, about T.I., whether he should be doing comedy, if you're feeling what he's doing, Or if you think about rappers in general, do you think rappers in general should try stuff like that? You know what I mean? I don't think there's nothing wrong with it, but I just say, just be good at it.
Yo, I tell you, funny though. Ice Cube funny as a motherfucker.
Oh yeah, he is pretty.
Yeah, funny. That 22 Jump Street when he found out like that fat motherfucker was up there with his daughter, and his face was stuck with his face was stuck for like 3 minutes.
Right. That's so funny because he was trying to be serious, coming off funny. It's like, dude, you don't even realize how funny. Yeah, man. But yeah, his facial expression be
hilarious. Yeah,
day one. So yeah, and I also want to bring up the new Fresh Prince reboot called Bel Air. I did bring it up last week, but I just want to bring it up. If you're trying to check it out, it's on Peacock, and they do offer a free subscription, like a trial subscription, but you only get to see one episode with that one. So you have to have a full premium subscription just to watch all the episodes. So just so you know. Right, or you can do the .org joint.
You know what I'm saying? Hit a couple passwords, get that shit up right. Get you know what I'm saying? Get that, that FIRESTICK, hook that shit up. Right. And you can watch it like that.
Yeah, exactly. Yes,
sir. I
do. But it is what it is. A lot of the apps that I have access to is mainly because of my job. Like HBO Max, I get that free because I get HBO through my job.
Hey, so, niggas hiring.
Right. They always hiring. They are hiring. If you can deal with what I deal with, they are hiring, trust me. Yeah. But yeah, just wanted to put that out there. If y'all were interested in the Bel Air joint, the first episode was good. I did watch it, and I was definitely impressed. They definitely make it more dramatic versus the comedy, you know what I mean? So it gives you what it's supposed to give.
What?
So go check that out. All right. So Wendy Williams, she has been officially canceled. They will not tell the story of what's going on with her, but they say that basically Sherry Shepherd is going to be getting her own show. Now, it's she's taking over Wendy's spot. She's going to be in the same time slot.
Now, is that the same lady that got sued by Cardi B?
I don't think so.
Okay. I was just thinking, but go ahead.
Yeah, she used to be on The View at one time.
Oh, okay. That's not the same lady then. I'm thinking of somebody else. It was another personality that she was kind of like a Wendy Williams type, but not really.
Oh, okay.
And then I think Cardi made her pay like character defamation or something like that.
Okay.
But anyway, continue. I'm sorry.
But yeah, no, I was just saying that Wendy Williams officially canceled, and I don't know, man. I mean, Sherry Shepherd is saying basically that she's not taking over Wendy Williams' show, but to me, she kind of is. I still feel like she kind of is because she's taking the whole staff. The people who run the show came to the staff and said, "Okay, no more Wendy Williams. Now it's Sherry Shepherd. Y'all can go to her show." I mean, so I'm sure they're gonna call it Sherry Shepherd show, but it's like if you're taking a staff, you're taking a time slot. You know what I mean? You're gonna probably do the same type of stuff she do, just gossip about other celebrities.
Yeah.
Same show.
Different
so she tried to make it a point to say, "I'm not taking Wendy's show." I don't know, but that's up for debate. That's up for your personal opinion. What do you think? I know you probably don't watch it really.
Not really.
But, I just think it was funny. That's all.
Yeah, I mean, I do hope that, her health, because I know she had, some health issues.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm hoping that her health will be, that she get back to health.
Yeah.
That being said, I hate to say this. And I hate to say this.
I kind of feel like I know where you're going because I was going to ask a question. Whether y'all thought it was karma that she's getting, sick and losing a show.
Well, that and I'm thinking about I think my girl Tabitha Brown.
Yeah,
she's
her own show. She's really good.
That girl, I mean, whether you agree with her religious stuff or not, but that lady is a sweet lady.
Genuine.
And for her to attack her, like she just don't bother nobody.
Yeah.
In her lane, she up there, she's like, yeah, she actually retired her husband from
Right,
her
I remember.
from a job, and
Yeah.
she was like, "Oh, don't clap for her. She just this, and you know, you up there." I'm like, "Well, damn, no wonder you, but
Yeah,
you
but
ain't got no damn body."
that's the kind of shit she's done over the years, all through her career. And you know, she did it. There was a lady who died in like a airplane crash, and I remember Wendy was talking about it, and then she made a joke about the plane going down. It was just like, what is wrong with you? Yeah, you know, she don't be thinking about stuff like that. So she's made a lot of, you know, ill comments over the years that I think have kind of got her in trouble. So that's why I was like, I wonder if this is karma, you know what I mean, coming back to bite her. You know?
I mean, but I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't wish nothing bad on her. I mean, she, you know, I mean, even if she did say something bad about me at this point, like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I don't wish nothing bad on her.
Right.
You know, she got to, you know what I'm saying? You know, health and all this other stuff and everything that's going on. I mean, it's, you know what I'm saying? It's real out here right now. You know, we want to make sure everybody doing their best.
Is that Jackson over there? He's supposed to be in Cam's room. She said she was gonna keep him in there. He must have. I don't know if he slipped out and she done fell asleep or what. But anyway, okay. But anyway, I didn't mean to cut you off. My bad.
Oh no, you good. You good.
But
You got
so,
dog business. Dogs.
But yeah, so Wendy Williams, you know, that's really sad. But I'm gonna give you my best advice. This is what I think she should do. I think she should do a podcast this time and go back to doing her thing if she really wants to be successful. That way she can be more in charge of how things go. She ain't got to worry about nobody saying, "Oh, you know, you're not doing the show the way we like." You know, when you do a podcast, you kind of dictate everything. And she already knows how to run a show. She knows how to work a camera and all that. So if you really want to get back out there, to me, that would be the best way to go because now the podcast is the thing to do.
Well, I mean, a lot of people, you know, really, that's what they should do. I mean, that's one thing that, you know, Kanye Brown was talking about with Stephen A. Smith.
Right.
You know, so not necessarily him doing a podcast, but he definitely should have his own little thing. And he could make more money instead of him trying to, or at least be to the point where he'd be independent,
right,
and have his own thing. But he want to be he want to be on the ESPN. They gave too much.
Exactly.
Yeah, they're talking about there's two things I think about: how we want to make them more money, and how can I get some of it? I'm like, motherfucker, I work a job too. The first thing I don't think about that shit.
Right.
I mean I think about making money for me, yeah, but I don't think about this is gonna. I mean, now don't get me wrong. The stuff that I do eventually makes the boss money. I mean, that's it. It is what it is.
Yeah.
But that's not the first thing I think about when I wake up. Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm gonna get my own boss man some more money if I get all these truck loaded. Nah, get the fuck out of here, man. Come on, man.
Yeah.
So coon ass, stinking ass. Shit, man.
But yeah, that's I agree with that. You know what I mean? You know, you got to go to work to pay your bills. But
yeah,
I'm not gonna be sitting there thinking about what can I do to make the boss money.
Yeah, make the more boss money. Nah. This will open up opportunity. Shut the fuck up, man.
But yeah, that's interesting, man. Let's talk a little bit about this whole Russia situation.
Yeah.
You know, should we be interfering with that, Ukraine helping them, or should we just kind of step back and say,
okay,
hey,
let me
say
it like this. Black people, let them white people fight. Right? Let them fight.
But I feel like we're going to interfere anyway.
Nah, I will say this. It is something. It's something that we should all pay attention to.
Yeah.
Because it's going to set a precedent for a lot of stuff. It's going to be with this going on and the way it's going to roll, it's going to be eventually the fall of some systems.
Yeah.
This is what this could potentially lead to. So I think that's something that we need to watch. But as far as like the I don't want to be like, oh, it's just white on white fight. Nah, I can't say it like that because I mean, wars. You know what I'm saying? I don't want anybody to die or anything like that, or their families, innocent civilians and stuff. But at the same time, it's like, we get gunned down the streets, we get killed, we get bothered. Like if us as citizens here, if one thing is wrong with us, we get dragged for it. But then now, with this going on, yeah, eventually they, just like they was, I think online, again, I'm not knocking people praying for these people. I'm not knocking that, but it's just like when it comes for they cause it, oh, pray for these people, da da da. But then we say, yo, black people getting fucked up, and oh no, I just need to walk that shit off. I just need to get over it. Oh, slavery, get over it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's like, come on, man.
Crazy, man.
But then it's like y'all say that shit, but then y'all want us to be involved in fucking causes and shit. Yeah. That's why I'm like, you know what I'm saying? It's just, you know what I'm saying? Like again, like I said, it's something we need to pay attention to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the people that's out there, I will say, my heart's out to them and things like that, like the innocent people who don't, give a rip about none of that. But But as a whole, I don't think we need to be in it. I think we need to watch, but I don't think we need to be in it.
And I mean, I agree with that. I mean, I don't think we should be in it, but I feel like we're going to get in it because these countries like the United States, they make these agreements with all the other countries saying, if you go to war, we got your back. As long as you do this for us, we'll do that for you.
Well, that's the NATO. The NATO. Yeah.
So stuff like that, makes them feel like, okay, we got to do it.
And that's why Russia is at the Ukraine, because the Ukraine ain't in it. I think they left NATO.
Okay.
I think so. What they were trying to do is put that, because see, Ukraine was a part of the former Soviet Union,
right?
So they trying to bring it back. He's trying to bring Russia back to the glory that, which is crazy. I mean, but that's how it is. I mean, the way they see it. Professor Black Truth made a good point.
Okay,
he said that really, like, these societies, Western societies, they thrive on war. They feel that you're about something if you go to war and conquer something or survive something. That war marks them, makes, saying, because they're warlike people. Black people, I mean, we fight amongst each other and stuff. We do, but like realistically, we're not a warlike people. We're more in the arts and music and stuff. That's why we big like the artists and like what we do now. Like, you know what I'm saying? We have a dedication and devotion to hip hop. Right. You know what I'm saying? So that's us. We're not like, oh yeah, we should go out here, blah blah blah, kill everybody. Like, no, we're not that type of people too much. I mean, even some of the, what you would consider the thuggish ruggers, they ain't really like that until they really kind of have to be. Yeah. For the most, now you do got some. Look, you got some niggas that's crazy. I'm just gonna tell you that right now. Yes, but for the most, but as a whole, like, yeah. But you know what I'm saying. But anyway, go ahead.
No, that was pretty much it as far as the Russia thing. I just wanted some opinion on that because, I think it is something that, in my opinion, just let it go.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm not, again, like I said, I think we do need to watch, especially, and really the most important thing to do. It's not what Russia's doing, what China's going to do.
Yeah.
If China take Taiwan, oh man, I'm telling you, it's a wrap.
Yeah.
It's a wrap.
Yeah, that's true.
And if China ever, shout out to my man Pharaoh said that, he said China ever link up with them Africans and they start warring, oh, it's over.
Yeah.
It's over. Cause that's 2 billion people. That's 2 billion troops.
Right.
And we can't fuck with that. We only got 350 million.
Right.
And not all of us are troops.
Yeah.
So yeah, that'd be it.
Well, that's where we are these days. But yeah, so we can go ahead and move on. We got to talk about the Kanye West documentary, Genius. I think it's a good documentary, and we talked about it a little bit before, but just want to bring it back up because now that Howie's had a chance to look at it, it's we can talk a little bit more about it. But yeah, you can see the relationship with him and his mom.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that, man. I was just I see why he was so distraught after she
passed. Yeah,
and it just
and why he's calling 2 albums after her.
Yeah, and it kind of like to me heightened his. And I'm just saying this for right now. I'm not labeling him mentally ill, but what I'm saying, they would say like his mental illness.
Yeah,
but what I'm saying, because it was like they were just best friends, and and he was just and the advice that she gave, like, if you were saying like this, you'd be able to. But and the thing of it is, he was like, oh, mom, this ain't nothing, I don't want to hear that shit. Right. But it was like he listened, and then he kind of found his own way of doing and expressing what she wanted him to say. I thought that was really cool.
And I mean, just to be able to see, there was a lot of early footage that I didn't know about. So it was good for me to see his real early upbringing in Chicago and all of that, and seeing how things were going with him in the early music days, but even before, like his first album and all that good stuff. So I thought that was interesting. And a lot of people in Chi-Town was just like, wow, this dude is dope, but they just didn't think he would want to rap. You know what I mean? It was all about, if you want to beat, this is the dude to go to. Rapping, I don't know nothing about that, but beat-wise, that's the guy you need to get your beats from. Because it was like, you could see people always asking him for beats in the documentary. When you gonna let me get that beat? When you gonna let me get that? Yeah, I got you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, think this is before the internet buzz. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So I think eventually with not to cut you off, I think eventually if he didn't get the shine in Rockefeller as far as to being the rapper, I think eventually he would with the.
I know that sounds like a cat, but it's not.
Yeah, I was like,
that's the young dog. I told you, man, when he can't get the attention he wants, he starts to howling and acting up like that. Huh? No.
Not you. Nah, I can't keep no dog. I couldn't keep no dog. I mean, goddamn, I can't keep no dog. But anyway. But yeah, like anyway. Sorry, we was kind of distracted. But going back,
we don't have to call this the dog episode.
Yeah,
but yeah, back to the documentary. Go ahead.
Yeah, going back, like he was. I like we said earlier. I like the fact that he was trying to bridge the gap. And going back to what I was saying, I think eventually, and just especially with the technology and the Instagrams and all that stuff, I think eventually he would have been able to shine through. Like, I rap too. I think eventually. I mean, he might have got burned out, but I think eventually he'd have got through with that.
Yeah, and I think he just has a real love for rapping, and maybe even more so than making beats. I think beats just come natural to him, but I think he really felt like if they could just hear me rap, they would really see the real talent. And when everybody else is just like, nah, the beats is your real talent, which he's good at both. You know what I mean? He's a genius at both. I mean, some of his bars, I'm like, wow. I see why Hov did the Watch the Throne album, because Jay-Z ain't gonna do an album with just anybody. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Anybody on Rockefeller, any of them could have asked him to do a collab album. Even Beanie Siegel, he probably would have done it. But once he really started realizing how dope Kanye was and the mind, the mentality, I think that's what made him say, okay, yeah, this could work.
Yeah, I think Kanye West, like I said, I think he's going to be the prince of this generation.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as like what he did, I mean, because him having the production hat and also him having the the MCing, you know what I'm saying? I mean, he's just, you know what I'm saying? I think he's probably the best producer slash rapper that's been out. I think he's the best rapper or best producer. I can't give that to him, but he's definitely in the conversation.
Oh yeah,
Definitely in the conversation.
Yeah, I mean, he wouldn't be my top 5 in producing, but I probably would have him at somewhere in my top 10.
Oh, definitely.
You know what I mean? So yeah, because he's made some incredible beats. So somewhere in top 10 or 15, I would say. But yeah, it's a great documentary. Like I said, it's called Genius, and it's spelled JEEN hyphen YUS. I think it was.
Yeah, something like that.
So definitely go check it out, man. It's on Netflix.
Yeah,
Netflix, yeah.
Or .org.
I got
you
so
know
many
what I'm saying?
apps.
Yeah, man. If it's on .org, if you can't get
right.
it. Oh, that's right. Yeah, definitely got to go up on that.
Yeah, Netflix on raising their prices. Crazy, man. Everybody just the economy is the inflation, man. It's just getting it's crazy, man. Gas is $1,000 a gallon.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man.
And it's about to go up even more.
Like I tell you, man, like my man, they was there. Like this dude I follow on Instagram, he was up there making fun of the homeless and stuff. I think I told you about this, talking about like the homeless on Skid Row, talking about like, oh, they get $600 a week.
Okay.
Like, I mean, was it 600 or was it $600 a month? Either way, 600 a week, 600 a month, that ain't shit in LA.
Right.
And man, y'all just out there, y'all get this free money. I said, let me tell you something, man. The way shit is right now, we gonna fuck around. We all gonna be outside.
Right. Exactly. I mean, it's crazy, man. I mean, it's getting to that point, man. So I can't even call it no more, man. I mean, and the way people, the mentality of people is going down in the toilet. The economy is going down in the toilet, man. It's crazy, man.
It's like it's almost like everybody just kind of gave up on this country.
Right.
It's like, fuck it. Throw a wrench in it.
Yeah.
Cause I mean, you know what I'm saying, back in the day, this would have been like, you know what I'm saying, even though we in a low point, you have some people that spirited like, oh, you gotta do this, we gotta fight, we've been through this before. Everybody like, nah, nigga.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. But yeah, man. So I definitely would encourage everybody to check that out. You know what I mean? It's a lot of good footage on there, and I think, it really gets you really get to understand why Kanye is, who he is, and where he is in life. And even somebody like a Drake, I mean, if they did a versus, I mean, it's Kanye is the victor. But
well, the thing of it is, if it looking at the documentary, if it wasn't for Kanye, it wouldn't be no Drake.
Right.
Realistically, because really most of your rappers, that's what he was saying. Like I look at Kanye and Eminem really different in the MCing field, because like these guys, they weren't like your thugs or anything like that. They weren't, I did a jail sentence. I'm out here, I'm up here stabbing niggas, knifing niggas in the yard. And, they didn't say nothing like that. They just kind of talk from a place, which that's what hip hop is, talk from a place where they were from and brought it to us. So I appreciate the Eminems and I appreciate the Eminems and the Kanyes, because that, people like me who ain't, I mean, I'm not, a thief or anything. I'm not knocking those who did jail sentences and things like that. They want to rap and try to explain their experiences. Nah, that's cool. Do that. But it's just that, people like me and Curtis, haven't really done things like that, but we're part, we like the art form.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
Kanye and Eminem kind of opened up the door for that. I have to give that to them.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So like with that, Drake wasn't gonna be like, yeah, I'm over here, I got the clap on joints and I'm stabbing up niggas, Yeah, Drake wouldn't have been able to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like we'd be like, yeah, sure, you yoked up niggas.
Right.
Yeah, right. Nah, But now, at the same time, I think Kanye really opened that lane up for Drake. Drake up there watching that documentary and crying and shit.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
get out your feelings for 2
Yeah,
seconds. Man.
yeah, Drake probably watched the documentary drinking and shit like that.
Right.
Yeah, you know, Kanye.
Yeah. I remember a few years back when Kendrick Lamar was on the BET Cypher, and everybody was saying he threw shots at Drake because he was rapping, and he said something about rapper being too sensitive. So he's talking about tell a sensitive rapper to put his pajamas back on or some shit like that.
Yeah.
And everybody just knew it was like, yeah, he talking about Drake. It's like everybody just know you just always everything is about emotional feelings for him. Like, dude.
I mean, I appreciate Drake though. I mean, it took me a while. I had to say that it took me a while because I'm hip hop purist, boom bap, this, that, and the third. But now, what I'm saying, even with like Kanye and stuff, like this is a different type. I can enjoy this rap and still be listening to the hardcore stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or I guess what I'm saying. It's their interpretation. I respect it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. Every now and then Drake will put something on it. I'm like, all right, that's cool.
yeah.
So anyway, that bell means it's time to go on to the next topic.
Oh yeah, facts.
So we're gonna close out the show. We have been talking about our top 10 favorite groups of all time, like who we think is the best of the best.
We got everything consummated except the top 10.
We got 9 groups. I'm gonna read all of them to y'all. And those of y'all who are a little older, who may, respect old school hip hop and know about things from the beginning, you may be able to appreciate this a little bit more. So, no particular order, but Run DMC. Yes, sir. You can't really can't deny what they brought to hip hop.
No.
Public Enemy. Definitely cannot deny what they brought to hip hop. EPMD, my God. Undeniable contributions to hip hop. Outkast. Yes, sir. And undeniable contributions. I mean, I think it's sad that some of the younger folks, some younger rappers out of the ATL don't really, know them like that because they don't really make music like that anymore. But y'all need to go back and do your history. Trust me on that.
Facts.
So next is Wu-Tang. Wu-Tang Clan. I mean, they basically exploded into hip hop. Undeniable. Next is Tribe Called Quest. You know what I mean? Come on now, we can't deny them.
Oh shit!
DaisyNotes.com.
Oh, shut the hell up! Sorry.
That's all right.
Sorry about that. I ain't paid for the app yet. So, I got all the damn time.
Yeah. All right. So, but yeah, Tribe is undeniable. I mean, they brought so much to the table, and I mean, even years after like Phife Dawg has been gone, we're still waiting on a final album from him. So you can tell what they've done for hip hop. All right. Next would be Brand Nubian.
Oh, thanks.
Come on now. Yeah, man. Grand Poobah, Lord Jamar, Derek X, now known as Sadat X. You know what I mean? Had DJ Alamo, Sincere, all of them, you know what I mean? Stud Doogie, all of the crew. They brought a lot to hip hop. They really helped to spread a lot of conscious hip hop in the early days. But they still, let you know we can do that hardcore, pumps jump up to get beat down, you know what I mean? So I love that about them. All right, next would be De La Soul. Man, they are undeniable in hip hop. I mean, I love the fact that they brought something new to the table. They didn't come in just trying to be like nobody else. They had their own specific sound and style. So yeah, we gotta definitely give it up for them. And then our number 9 pick was NWA. Yes, sir. So once again, undeniable. What they brought to the table. And how many MCs got birthed out of that group. So that's 9. Like I said, no particular order. That's just the order I happen to write it down in. So now we're trying to figure out who we want our number 10 top group in hip hop of all time. Now, one of the rules that me and Howie came up with is that it doesn't count if you're, let's say, a group like an Eric B. and Rakim, where you just have one rapper, and the other part of the group was the DJ. We don't count that as a real group. Even though they were a group, it wasn't a group of rappers, so stuff like that, we don't count. So, you got to have at least like, 2, 3, 4 MCs, you know what I mean? So, but there's a lot of other groups out there. It's just hard to pick. You got Bone Thugs and Harmony. Got to give them an honorable mention. You got Cypress Hill. So it's a lot going on, man. You got groups like D12. They're pretty dope. But we got to really think, and when it comes to all greatest of all time, we want to make sure we fill that spot with somebody special. So y'all help us out in the comments. Leave us some comments who y'all think should fill that number 10 spot, and that was one of the greatest groups of all time.
One thing I would say, out of the list for like number 10, actually, I think we might need to drop Run DMC to number 2. I know you had it in an order.
No, like I said, no
put Grandmaster Flash in the Furious 5.
Well, yeah.
As far as like the message.
I brought them up, and me and you had a conversation, and you were saying you didn't think they might be one, but yeah, we can.
Well,
because they were one of the ones.
Yeah, I mean, they were kind of like, but as far as like, they kind of. That's hard because they kind of laid down the foundation for like Run DMC to kind of do their thing, but like Run DMC really, like, if it went for Run, they definitely wouldn't be no NWA and all this other stuff. Yeah, it's just
Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5. They only did a handful of albums. They didn't really do as much, and they did lay the foundation. But it's hard to say
that they've been the top. So we have to. Yeah,
it's hard to pick. But that was one of the reasons we couldn't agree on them, because you got a lot of groups out there. You had the Treacherous 3 with Kumo D.
Yeah, Digital
Underground.
Yeah, I put Digital Underground as far as like 10th spot. Only reason saw them on Drink Champs. Shout out, like I think last week they went on Drink Champs, and actually I want to try to check out that Twister episode that just dropped. But basically they were saying when they were doing All in the Same Game, Drake was looking at Shock G about like what he was doing. He was trying to get tips from Shock G.
Oh wow, that's
Shock G was like, I didn't even know all that. He was like, he actually played the piano because he was in a jazz group.
Okay.
So he played piano.
Right.
He actually had like all work the boards, like production. Like that was all, man, Shock. And like Shock, like the Humpty Dance beat, that was in a lot of hip hop back in lot of they probably like up there with EPMD, probably like one of the most heavily sampled out. Like them, and I would probably say Audio 2, as far as the I would might give it to Audio 2 because that whole sampling it.
They've been sampling a lot. But Audio 2 didn't have the longevity. That's true. One thing. But then you got groups like the Jungle Brothers. Their honorable mention. They had a little bit of longevity, but they, they. I don't know if I would put them in the greatest of all time list. They just, they're really memorable, but it's hard to really say for me to put them in that 10th spot. You got groups like Nice and Smooth. You know what I mean?
Tons about slow.
Tons about quick. Onyx. You know what I mean? So it's hard, man, to pick a final group for that. And, I really want to make sure we pick that right one. So again, y'all help us out.
Help us out on that.
Let us know what y'all think, because we really want to make sure we pick the right one, and then we're gonna post that list and start a discussion on that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Let me. Damn, I ain't got no. Well, why did it have to show?
Yeah.
We'll take a picture of the list. And
we'll do that. So y'all let us know. Again, this has been episode 196. We just, having fun, having a conversation.
Yep.
And we appreciate all y'all checking us out. Don't forget, please hit those buttons. Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe.
like, share, subscribe, and pick up this puppy back here.
Right. And, you know, come get this mother.
Come babysit these motherfuckers.
Ernie Mac, he's another one, just undeniable, man. Undeniable. Day one.
Oh, that's another thing too. On the Kanye joint, that wasn't Bernie Mac that did the voices. Oh, we should do something for the kids.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, but I thought there was somebody doing the impressions because that was pretty good.
Okay. Yeah.
Kanye, what the fuck was that? Kanye, you a nigga. I don't mean that in a good way.
I don't know. I think it was somebody doing an impression of him, but it wasn't real. But yeah, that was funny, man. I died laughing when I heard that. But yeah, man. So you know, and there's a lot of hip hop groups out there that, you know, have done a lot for hip hop, but we just got to make sure we get the right one. So y'all help us out with that, and we'll go from there. And did you have anything else you want to drop before we end it off?
Nah, that's it, man.
Okay.
Y'all be good out there, man. Y'all stay safe, man. Y'all, man, keep being good, man. Like, as far as like, I know shit's down. I ain't trying to be on this inspirational shit, but with everything, this week, these past couple of these events and stuff going on, don't let that shit get you down, man. Stay happy. Give someone that sunshine, that brightness.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Give someone that positive uplift, Yeah. Because like right now we all need it right now.
We can all use it, man.
Yeah.
You know. So yeah, man, appreciate that good word from Howie, Reverend Howard.
God said, I said, keep good in your life. Let me tell you something. I'm born. Yeah, I was raised up. Well, actually, it's crazy because when I came up, I was Pentecostal. Well, not Pentecostal. God, no, not Pentecostal. Presbyterian. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So yeah, when I came, and then we went to like Baptist. Yeah. And like the Lord said, and you know what He said, and He said it good. Yeah. I was like, yo. So
Baptist, boy, they're gonna get you. But yeah, man. So again, this has been episode 196. We appreciate y'all hanging out with us, and we will definitely be back next week. Don't forget to check out the Lost in Thought and the lyrical breakdown.
Yep.
We appreciate y'all checking out those, and we appreciate all our new subscribers.
Yeah. New subscribers. Shout y'all out. Thank y'all. We appreciate the love. Lord, we should.
Man, for episode 196, this is your man Kurt, and this is
Howie.
And we will see y'all next time.
And the Lord said, and He always said, okay, all right, peace.
We're done. Peace.
Man, I can't even see this one. Shit.
I know, right? The light they got so dim on that one.